I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yasharaka Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Thumb Ba'Shem Yashar to the sisters. I'm Priest Stokes of 5,000 Shalai Yala, representing the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General YAHANNA. We've been doing this since 1969. Understand, telling the truth of this Bible, that the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true Jews of the Bible, and the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Now, we're going to go into action speaking louder than words. In your Christian church, it's a lot of words. A lot of hooping and hollering and jumping and tambourine beating and organ playing and band playing and guitar playing, yelling, screaming, dancing, and so on and so on. But they're not doers of the word. A lot of Muslims use our scriptures to bring across points in their Islam, but they're not true doers of this word, because obviously they're Muslims. So they're not true doers of this word. But in the Israelite School U.P.K, we've learned and have been taught to be doers of this word, and not just hearers. It's easy to hear instructions and easy to not do them. For example, if your father or your mother gives you chores to do, you heard them give you the chores. Now doing them is something different. And the Most High God has gave His chosen people, the Israelites, chores. And some of us do them, some of them don't. But in the Israelite School U.P.K, we choose to do what our Father says. And that's what counts. Let's go to the book of James. We're going to start at chapter 1. And we're going to go into verse 22.
Come. It's the book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. But be ye doers of the word.
Say it one more time.
But be ye doers of the word.
You have to be a doer of the word. You have to let your actions speak louder than your words. You have to. I mean, Christ could have went around and said, I keep the laws, but Christ had to be a doer of the word. He had to perform miracles. He had to go out there and teach. He had to go there and be a leader. He had to go out there and give his life. You understand? Because he's a doer of the word, not just a hearer. And we are held to the same obligation. Keep going.
Come. And not hearers only.
Say it again.
And not hearers only.
Yeah, we can't just be a hearer of the word. You understand? We can't just hear it and say, I keep the laws. God knows my heart, and all this garbage. We have to get out there and hit the highways and the byways and the trenches and the ghettos and the barrios and reservations. We have to push this word of the Most High God, the true word of the Most High God. You understand? And not just push it, but we have to live it and do it. You can't eat shrimp, you can't eat crab, you can't eat lobster. Guess what? Don't do it. You understand? Tell other people not to do it. You can't be a homosexual. Don't do it. Tell other people not to do it. You understand? Be a doer of this word and not just a hearer. Keep going.
Come. Deceiving your own selves.
Yeah, all you're doing is deceiving yourself if you're just a hearer of the word. I like what y'all brothers is saying, but that's a hearer of the word. Well, in here we learn to be doers. Keep going.
Come. Verse 23. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man holding his natural face in a glass.
That's just like staring at yourself. That's all. All you're doing is staring at yourself when you're just a hearer and not a doer of the word. Because when you're a hearer, now you're going to have your own interpretations and want to do what you want to do. So it's just like you're sitting there staring at yourself. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 24. But he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way.
And do what?
And goeth his way.
All you're doing is going to stare at yourself and do what you want to do. Just like Christians. They're going to eat the pork, eat the shrimp, eat the crab, eat the lobster. God knows my heart. They're going to do what they want to do and not what God says to do. Because you know why? They're not doers of the word. Go ahead.
And straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was.
You understand? They're going to forget about Christ. Forget about how Christ was a doer of this word. You understand? how he was a doer of this word. He didn't just talk it, he lived it. It was real. His actions matched his word. Christians don't do that. Muslims don't do that. Buddhists, conscious community, whatever you want to name, they don't do that. But the Israelites, specifically in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are doers of this word and not just hearers. You understand? Keep going.
Go on. Verse 25. But whoso likened into the perfect law of liberty.
Whoso looketh. Say it again.
But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty. And they continue with therein.
Now, when we look into these laws bring us freedom. You understand? This laws bring us freedom. When you look into these laws, which means what? You keep these laws. You invest yourself in these laws. You live these laws. You push these laws. Everything about your life is the laws. Your decision making. Can I do this? Is this lawful? Should I say this? Is it lawful? Can I go here? Is it lawful? Can I wear this? Is it lawful? You understand? When we look into these laws, go ahead.
Go on. He being not a forgiver, hearer.
Say it again.
He not, Salakia. He being not a forgetful hearer.
Yeah, him that's not a forgetful hearer. It was taught to him, he heard it, and he remembers it. Go ahead.
But a doer of the word.
Now, he not only heard it, and he didn't forget it, but he was a doer of the word as well, which means he lived what he was talking. He lived what he was taught. You understand? And it's not part-time. This is a 24/7, 365 job. You understand? To be a doer of the Most High God's word. Go ahead.
This man shall be blessed.
He shall be what?
He shall be blessed.
He's going to be blessed. Blessed don't mean you're going to get a mansion. Blessed don't mean you're going to get a Bentley and all of that. That's not being blessed. But you will find contentment in any situation you're in. You'll have wisdom. You have knowledge. You have understanding. You'll be able to prophesy. You'll have a spirit of discernment. These things are blessings. And he'll be blessed. Go ahead.
And his deed.
In his deed and things that he do. He'll be blessed in that. Whatever he comes across in his path, he'll be blessed in doing it. He want to start doing this, he'll be blessed in it. He wants to stop doing this, he'll be blessed in it. He wants to push forward in something, he'll be blessed in it. Why? Because he's a doer of the Most High God's word. If you want to become a millionaire, you know what you got to do? Pay your tithes. That's a doer of the word. And you'll be blessed in your deed. Now, I'm not guaranteeing nobody's going to be a millionaire paying your tithes, but I guarantee one thing, you'll never go without if you pay your tithes. That's just one example. But there's so many more we can go over. And maybe we'll do it at another time. But for now, actions speak louder than words, man. Don't just be a hearer of God's word. Be a doer of God's word. You understand? Don't be a Christian. Realize you're an Israelite. And it's your duty to be a doer. With that, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashar thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema thumb Ba'Shem Yashar to the sisters. Shalom.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?